Hey Pisces, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be your monthly intuitive messages for the sign of Pisces. If you are resonating with these messages, there's a part 2 linked below through Vimeo or through Patreon. I am making some changes on Patreon, but they should be posted by time you see this on YouTube. Okay, Pisces, I want to get into your reading. So, some elusive stuff was coming up. Not surprising, you are Pisces. Hold on, let me put this down. I was like reaching my back a little bit. Not surprising that we had some elusive energy coming up in your reading. I heard cat and mouse. I kept wanting to say it as catching mouse, which is weird. Maybe that's a synchronicity for you in terms of like mice or mouse energy. But cat and mouse, cat and mouse. There's a game of cat and mouse going on. A little bit of a chasing energy is happening, whether you're aware of it or not. I feel like a lot of you are the mouse, and someone is trying to catch you or catch up to you. Some of this is a romance reading, I just got to be honest. I was getting a lot of romantic energy, and I was seeing a particular card from the Fae Oracle. I forget his name, but it's like something poet. It's like a black and white sort of a card, and he's kind of like holding and like leaning over and kind of like peeking in, peeking through. Again, a little like subtle and kind of like, I'm seeing you, but I'm not seeing you. I'm here, but I'm not here. Some of you could also be in a very romantic, whimsical sort of energy. I actually was singing while I was getting into your energy. I was just singing the word Pisces over and over and over again, but I couldn't help it. Like, it feels like that's what you're moving into. Like, I'm hearing reclaimed as well. Reclaimed, reclaimed. Keep in mind that I do feel that other people are a factor in your reading today, whether you are aware of it or not. And I feel like you're not. I feel like you're really in your own world. I feel like you're really enjoying the whimsy, the music, the romance of life, and it just feels very good to me. But I feel like you're not aware that people are inspired by you, or they're peeking in on you, or they're like, Pisces? Is Pisces here? What's Pisces doing? Pisces, do you see me? Don't see me. Like, and you could even be that energy kind of peeking in on someone or being inspired by another person. But I do feel relationship is very much embedded in this for you, and it feels like whoever it is you're connecting with, or really who's connecting with you, because you're in Pisces land. You're not. I don't feel like you're like consciously connecting to a lot of people. You're very focused on self and just what feels good for you right now. Almost feels very like Venus meets Neptune. But coming back, this relationship component, I feel like, is facilitating a reclaiming or resurgence of whimsy and romance and fun and music and art and flowy, feel good sort of vibes. But I definitely have this feeling of like one is doing their thing, and then the other part of this friendship, family relationship, work relationship, or romance is like, Pisces. What's going on, Pisces, 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 Pisces. Whoever is really in like their own bubble, I do feel like it's time to kind of emerge out of your bubble a little bit. Just saying. And there does feel like there's a surprise there. And I think it's this whole cat and mouse game. It almost feels like if you're the one who's really just in your energy, in your bubble, and you start to emerge, you might be very surprised at who's like waiting for you or who's inspired by you. It just feels like a twist of fate, to be honest, is what I'm also getting with that. There's a little bit of fate involved here, and I keep hearing cat and mouse, cat and mouse, cat and mouse. So this is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm going to start with the Star Codes Astro Oracle here for you, Pisces. All the decks that I use are linked below. Any messages or insights for Pisces? If you're inspired to write, just start. I just got this feeling like some of you might be tempted. It's funny, mouse to me is very detail oriented. You might start to creep into like logistical mode. Just let it flow. Just let it flow. You can always edit it later, right? You can always make changes later, but just if you're feeling inspired, catch that inspiration and flow with it, right? Any messages or insights for Pisces? Yeah, I just keep wanting to, I can feel it. I just like want to sing. I'm not going to. Not here. Maybe in part 2. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I just keep wanting to sing Pisces over and over and over again. Ooh, we've got the root coming in here, the IC, which also represents the start of the fourth house. It's our private life. It's where we feel most safe and stable. I actually was seeing some roots, so I did forget to mention that. But I was seeing it in a place I didn't expect. I was seeing it in the sacral, which normally, like, I associate like legs and feet and touching the earth with roots, but I was seeing it through the sacral, which actually kind of does make sense as well, because we should feel very grounded and centered even in that part of our body, because it is below our center and it is in our lower chakras. But coming in here, it definitely feels like that bubbly energy that I was getting with you, like being in your own bubble, being in your own space. 38 breaking down to an 11 as well. I feel like this is just where you're at. You're just in yourself and you feel cozy there. Some of you could be, this could represent where Pisces is for you. And if that's the case, then you're probably a Sag rising, most likely. Yeah, most likely. You don't have to be. The fourth house could be highlighted for you right now too. So just check your personal charts there. But I feel like you're just there. You're grounded in self, you're centered. Some of you have been traversing more of the subconscious than normal, I want to say, or traversing your inner world a little more than normal, but I don't think that's bad. If anything, it feels really good. And I think it is actually recalling some inspiration for you. Some of you have been doing a little bit of soul retrieval, but I feel like it's just putting you in a very whimsy state. So I think that's a very good thing. Anything else for Pisces? Yeah, they keep saying cat and mouse, cat and mouse, cat and mouse. It's like you're the mouse in your den right now, and like the cat is like waiting for you to come out. Not in a predator prey kind of way. It can feel like that, but I don't think that's what it is. I did just get coyote. There may be some trickster energy afoot. Trickster energy is not always bad, right? It's just trickster energy tries to get us to see things in a different way. Sometimes it turns things on its head to see things in a different way. Coyote is trickster traditionally amongst other animal medicines, but the way coyotes work is they actually lure their, like, how do I want to say, it's such a weird word, lure, lure. They're really good at tricking their prey into getting them into crevices or little spaces where they can actually come in as a group, right? And then they do the yelping thing, the yipping thing. I love hearing them yip. It makes me so happy. But anyway, sometimes it's just to get you in a certain position in a certain space, right? But I feel like it's relating to that cat and mouse thing. And it feels like it's coming with a pleasant surprise or a twist of fate, that trickster energy. Anything else for Pisces? Yeah, I feel like the trickster energy is trying to get you to come out. I do. I feel like it's trying to get you to come out of your den, your bubble. Actually, funny, den. That's very coyote, right? Ooh, what did I say? Fifth house of passion. You're just a very romantic, whimsical, creative space, and it feels good. It feels really, really good. This is also the card of dating. I do feel like there is someone who's trying to coax you out of your bubble, of your den. I don't think you want to, though. You're very comfortable here. It's very Pisces. It is so Pisces. You are very, very, very comfortable in the bubble of the void space, in a whimsical, creative, flowy, romantic, mystical, whimsical space. That's just very you. Are you going to be coaxed out? We all must emerge from our dens at some point, right? Partaking in the external is important. Some of you, this is a bigger message. Hold on, this has been making me nuts. Some of you, this is a bigger message here, where maybe you've been spending a lot of time hermiting, or maybe being a little solo or isolated, and maybe that's gone on for years. And maybe this is also spirit just saying, like, yeah, it's felt good to be in your safety safe, right? In like that place of isolation, but engaging with the external reality is important. And it's like, it's one of the main reasons we're here, is to experience, right? Not just be alone. Okay, I'm hearing cat and mouse, cat and mouse, cat and mouse. Can I get one more for Pisces? It's very playful. It's very playful. Can I get one more for Pisces, please? Just things I'm hearing. Whoever I'm reading for, you are very elusive. I think you are a trickster. I don't think you're dealing with a trickster. I think you are a trickster. Maybe this is trickster on trickster action. But you're very elusive. I almost had this image of like coming out a little bit and then coming back in really fast. Like maybe nope. And like something or someone's like waiting and waiting and waiting, like almost like trying so hard to get you, or to like maybe pin you down. Some of you, it's just people trying to figure you out. But you're just elusive like that. You're just elusive like that. I also was seeing 3 a lot, and we do have 3 in the 38 and 43 with the 3. That breaks down to an 11 and a 7. Just pointing that out. Can I get one more for Pisces? Like very catch me if you can. Oh, so cat and mouse. It's reminding me of Tom and Jerry. Are you aware of the cat? I feel like you're not aware of this cat. Some of you are. Some of you are. I think some of you are so in your bubble. You like, it's not about the cat for you. It's just about external. Let me go back inside. It's more like that. Am I taking these? No. Can I get one more for, you had like 3 wanted to come out. Can I get one more for Pisces? Yeah, it's very catch me if you can. Elusive. Moon. Wow. So Pisces, we have the root, the safety safe, 4th house with 5th house, and then we have the moon. There could be something transiting your 4th and 5th houses. Traditionally, that's like Cancer, Leo energy, which we do have some of that going on collectively, but just take what you will with this. And also with the moon, some of you could have a moon in Leo, Cancer placement, or the moon could be transiting your 4th or 5th houses right now. So again, take it as it resonates. But yeah, with the moon coming out here, I do feel like spirit, even spirit is like, let's get them to look at things differently. I'm getting that trickster energy really hard, almost like wanting to shatter something for you. I know that sounds bad, but it's not bad. It's just opening up. Shatter, opening up. It's the same verbiage, just different ways of expressing that. I feel the surprise here. I feel the twist of fate with the moon. Moon can also be what's hidden, but I mean, I feel like you're very comfortable with moon energy and you've kind of been in it, I want to say, for a while. Some of you could be working with the moon for extensive periods of time. For my females, you could be tracking your cycle or have been. Some of you have been moon bathing. I just feel like there's a very strong connection to the moon for you. Not to mention we have the new moon in Cancer, but almost like you hide behind, well, I don't know what kind of reading this is now. Almost like you hide behind the moon. Yeah, I think you're the trickster. Pisces, I think you're the trickster. You know how to hide in the shadows. Ooh. You know how to hide in the shadows. And it's not for bad reasons. It's just, you just are doing you, and it keeps you in this like creative flowy state. It's very Pisces. It's very Pisces meets trickster. You hide behind the moon. Some of you have really strong connections to, well, oh, interesting. The cat keeps coming up. The cat is really big, but then I just got dogs. Like wolf energy, really, oh, as I said it, I just felt it go through my body. Whew, the sacral. Some of you are very strongly connected to the wolf. Some of you, that is your animal medicine, whether you realize it or not. Wolf and coyote, there's a fine line actually between wolf and coyote medicine. Coyote just takes on more of that trickster component, while wolf takes on more of like stepping up into like leadership sort of energy. Both can be tribal and both can also be rogue. But those are for different reasons. But the wolf is associated with the moon more so than the coyote is. Is that what this is, Pisces? Do some of you need to start embodying more of the wolf and less coyote? I just keep hearing you hide behind the moon. You hide behind the moon. You hide in the shadows. And I keep feeling like there's one person, maybe it's many people, maybe it's just like all the people, like your relationships. It's like they always like try to like get you when you come out from behind the moon. It's like, "Ugh, let's grab Pisces. Let's finally get a hold of Pisces." Like you cannot be pinned down or you can't be fully figured out. It's something like that, like very elusive. The moon may be a very important placement in your chart. Like it might be conjunct certain other celestial bodies in your chart, or maybe it's on your ascendant or descendant, or maybe it's literally right like on your IC or your midhaven. You hide behind the moon. I like, this is so intriguing. I just want to stay here. I just want to stay here. You just want to stay behind the moon. I can get lost in this energy with you. I can get lost in this energy. People might get lost in you. Interesting. Yeah, Pisces. I think some people have a habit of getting lost in you. I feel like this is a bigger collective reading. They might spend a lot of time trying to figure you out, trying to pin you down, and then boop, and then you're behind the moon again, and then it's like, what the people might get frustrated with you, angry with you because they cannot figure you out. I feel like that's just your superpower though. I keep getting this contrast of wolf and coyote though. I do. Maybe the wolf is, thank you. It's like coyote's more your shadow. Wolf is more your light side, if you want to say. You're both. But it's time. I feel like it's time to come from behind the moon. This is a crazy reading. Let's go ahead and pull, well, I was going to go with animals, but I'm kind of tempted to go with Fae. Let's go with the Fae. You are in a very romantic, creative place right now. Some of you could be straight up channels, like channelers, mystics. Do you have to come? There's something about the way you sit behind the moon that actually is really nourishing for you. Thank you. Your cycles. Some of you go through this cycle where you do have to be behind the moon to recover, to nourish yourself, to be with self, to create, to flow. And then you'll come back around from behind the moon again. The dance of the sun and the moon. The dance of the sun and the moon. Okay, Pisces, who am I reading for? This feels very metaphorical to the whole cat and mouse game. Cat and mouse symbology. Some of you could be playing that with another person. I would also pay attention to eclipse seasons as well. I mean, it's pivotal for everybody, but there might have been something that happened this last eclipse season. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, you hide behind the moon. It's just what keeps coming through. There's something about your energy too that feels like when you're not behind the moon, it feels very vulnerable. It almost feels fragile, to be honest with you. Again, whoever I'm reading for, you a different kind of person, okay? Like you kind of need to be behind the moon. There's something about your energy or you that I feel like really benefits from staying in the shadows or staying behind the moon. Not that you would like be in danger or anything, but something definitely feels, I don't know, like it needs to be hidden from people for some reason. Maybe it's just your light is that, no, I don't want to say your light is that bright. I don't even want to say that, but it's something. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? I'm hearing provoke. Provoke. Again, so there might be a person or some people that are trying to provoke you from coming out from that side of the moon. Of course, it'll be the retriever. That's exactly what I was feeling for you too. So coming through here with your IC point, that fourth house energy, that being very much in your bubble, right? It'll be the retriever speaks to literally recalling something like a soul retrieval or reclaiming something from your past. He actually rules hopes and wishes and like lost and found energy. So wishes or hopes that you once had that you forgot about are being reclaimed right now. This is what I mean. It's like I feel like you being behind the moon is actually a good thing right now because I feel like it's giving you a sense of privacy to do some very sensitive work for yourself, or even just create in a very pure way without prying eyes. Like it needs to be kept that way, you know? It's precious. Yeah, what you're doing behind the moon is very precious. Or you're cultivating something precious, or you're reclaiming something precious, and it does deserve to be like hidden away for right now because it's sacred. Yeah, because it's sacred. Tell me about the fifth house for Pisces. No matter how many people want to know or want in, it doesn't matter. Tell me about the fifth house. Yeah, people can, I heard catch me if you can. People can't catch you. They can't figure out, they can't pin you down. And I think if they get close, I gotta be honest with what I'm picking up here, Pisces. Again, this is for reading for special people, mystic people. I feel like if people get really close because they're so intent on figuring you out, or like I keep wanting to say pinning you down, I feel like spirit intervenes. I do. I feel like spirit intervenes and shuts that down real quick. Tell me about fifth house for Pisces. Beautiful. Yeah, you got some really inspired energy coming in here. So we have the font. We'll just call it the self. I can't read that first word. The self. This is a very fast moving energy. It's like a lot of mental activity. It's inspirational. It's muse-like, but it's very fast incoming and kind of like you got to catch it. It's very hard to catch this energy. Like it's hard for people to catch you. You see what I'm saying, Pisces? And in the fifth house, no less too, like you're flowing right now. You're flowing, you're in good vibes, and I think you deserve to be kept that way, honestly. And if someone's trying to catch you, I don't think they can. I think that's up to you, honestly. I think that's a free will choice if you want to be caught. If you want to be caught or you want to fully be seen in all of this, it feels like this is honestly your magic. And maybe there is an opportunity right now for people to fully see your magic, but it's something about that feels like keep some shit sacred and private is honestly what I'm feeling there too. Sometimes this card comes out as like a quick switcheroo, and I do feel like there's a twist of fate or an unexpected turn of events about to play out with you, but this is where your energy is at, and it's beautiful. I really want to say it's not catchable by other people. I really want to say that. Tell me about the moon. Tell me about the moon for Pisces. Fifth house is all about being seen too, which is kind of interesting that we get these like strong polarity in being seen, not seen, catch me if you can. Feel me for an instant and then I'm gone. You know, it's kind of like that. Just got goose pimples down my back. We have moon with singer of initiation. There, again, I keep getting there's a reason why you hide behind the moon or why you hide in the shadows. And it's not necessarily for a bad reason. With singer of initiation, though, there is a challenge happening here where that's kind of what I was feeling like it might be time to come from behind the moon. Because singer of initiation implies that you're moving through a phase where something's becoming challenging, or there's some sort of pressure that's building that's forcing you to go through some sort of challenges in ways that get you out of your comfort zone or get you to break certain thought forms, beliefs, programmings, ways of being. And with the moon indicating like how much you hide behind the moon, it's time to come from behind the moon. I think that's why this card is here. And it feels very uncomfortable. It feels, I keep hearing the word exposed. Like the mouse being exposed to a giant cat is kind of how it's feeling to me. But I don't think that I don't think this is all about putting you in danger. Like that's not what I feel. Yeah, I just heard a bang. Yeah, it's not what I'm feeling here, but it's like allowing yourself to be in an uncomfortable place after you have this surge of whimsy and creativity, and there's this like recalling and reclaiming of self, or even like a lost wish or a lost hope that you can now build off of. You can cultivate, you can experience, you can let yourself enjoy, right? And then here comes the challenge of, are you ready to not lurk in the shadows anymore? Are you ready to become the wolf from the coyote? Is kind of how that's coming through. Let's go ahead and pull some animal cards, and then we'll go on to part 2, because this is a really big reading. So we're going to spend a little more time here. And because I feel so much romance, some of you, this could be about a romantic situation. I want to say it would probably be on the horizon. So this is probably a reading for people who are relatively single, or recently started seeing somebody, or recently started talking to somebody. If this is about romance, it brings a massive surge of creativity for you. But it brings the next challenge of, are you ready to fully reveal yourself to somebody too? And to not be so elusive. If that's the case, you probably been playing cat and mouse for a while, but like, I want to say on a level where you didn't even know they were there. I know how that sounds, but like, this is one of those readings. This is one of those readings. Like, it could be somebody who's been like waiting for the right time to talk to you. Like, they would know you, but you might not know them that well, or you might not even be paying attention to them. Some of you could be having stuff happening in dream time. You know how that goes, but that's for a very small group of people. So let's come back. Tell me about It'll Be the Retriever for Pisces. Not what I expected. Fire ant coming through here. This is why It'll Be the Retriever is here, because you are reclaiming something. It's like you're pulling something down from the depths, down from the past, or some sort of soul retrieval, and you're retrieving something precious. Okay, I keep wanting to say that. Something precious, something fragile, something really pure about you. Okay, fire ant. It feels like, yeah, it feels like putting your hand in a pile of fire ants to retrieve a pearl, and then shaking all the ants off, and then like, mine. Like, that's what it feels like to me. Some of you, this could obviously indicate shadow work, but it feels like recognizing your own discomfort and doing what you got to do for yourself. Oh, interesting. This is why you hide. This is why you hide behind the moon. Fire ant, I feel like, is an energy that comes up for you when you're not behind the moon anymore. Some of you, I think, have spent, this feels more maybe like, oh God, I'm trying to pull, I'm getting number 6. Something in June could have taken place that made you feel very overwhelmed, or something in the last 6 months has been a slow build of overwhelm to where you're like, I got to get behind the moon. Too exposed, too much. But like, this extreme retreat, I want to say, has been allowing you to reclaim something that you forgot about, or something that's been buried deep within you. It's almost like you've had extreme exposure and then extreme withdrawn energy. But I keep getting behind the moon is your safety safe. That's your safe space, Pisces. Oh, I feel like I need to do a whole video on that. Oh wait, do I have a pen and paper? I have paper. Oh my God, I do have pens. All right, yeah, I do. I need to talk about this. The importance of safe space right now. A sense of a safe space is something you find internally. On the retreat, we did cover this a little bit on the first night in North Carolina, but to get into your safe space, it's getting into a place that's so deep within yourself where you can fully just sit in you. We're not just reclaiming your energy, but I mean like sitting in the depths of yourself and feel a sense of calm. And for some people, that's like an elemental thing. For some people, it's being in water or envisioning water. For some people, it's a forest. Like, some people, it's like up in the sky or in the mountains. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's like, Pisces, you're reclaiming your safe space. And in reclaiming your safe space, you were having this like high level of exposure now with extreme withdrawn energy, but it's doing wonders for you. It's doing wonders for you. So keep at it. Okay. And again, for some of you that actually built up into shadow work, soul retrieval sort of stuff, right? But let's look at fifth house and the self, okay? For Pisces. No, my God, these cards, so not what I expected. But again, elusive reading, and we got trickster energy afoot, so I'm not surprised too much. Fifth house was self and then frog. Frog is a card of emotional clearing and cleansing. Some of you are releasing emotions through art and creative expression like song, music, cooking, painting, writing, right? Something where you can use your hands and it's just pure creation energy. The self again is like inspired, fast moving energy, also mental energy. And I'm hearing just do it, don't think about it. Just do it, don't think about it. Just do it, don't think about it. This is part of also what you're reclaiming as well, right? That extreme exposure to extreme withdrawn energy. Ooh, some of you were encountering some sort of like competition or abrasive energy while being exposed and not behind the moon anymore. And it just feels it feels abrasive and jarring and disruptive. But anyway, forcing you to go within and recalibrate, also helping you to clear some stuff out, but also in turn that brings about this surge of romantic creative flow, yummy ooey goodiness, right? All in your own bubble. And then we move here. Then we move here. Let's see. I'm hearing cat and mouse, cat and mouse, cat and mouse. Tell me about singer of initiation with the moon. The animal cards are really throwing me today. Camel. I want to get one more for that. That like camel. We do have a moon, a crescent moon there too. I feel like this is about evaluating why that is your safe space, why being behind the moon is your safe space. Camel for me can be a survival energy, but it's also resourcefulness, even though it's a fire card. It's like getting to the desert for 40 days, 40 nights with all your resources in tow, right? That's very much camel energy. But you hide behind the moon so you don't have to feel that, is what I'm getting. And with Singer of Initiation, there's this challenge, this request, this pressure on behalf of just, the energy of universe, spirit, putting pressure on you to get out of that comfort zone of being behind the moon, encouraging you to deal with what you feel when you start moving from behind the moon. It's survival. That's why it's like cat and mouse. Because when you come out of your den, you come from behind the moon, you get into survival mode because you're aware of the cats. Like, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean the cats can get you. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, this is why it's a cat and mouse metaphor. Because when you come from behind the moon, you don't feel safe. So how do you maintain your sense of safety when you're not hiding behind the moon, when you're not hiding in the shadows? I still feel a trickster energy afoot. Can I get one more for the camel? For Pisces. Can I get one more for the camel for Pisces? Cultivation. Yeah, then we get beaver. Pisces, this is about getting acclimated to dealing with external matters. You're Pisces, I get it. You like to be in the void space. You like to have alone time. You like to sit in the emotional, creative flow of things, the non-physical realm. You love to be there. I get it. But it's time to learn how to be more in the world and dealing with other people and feel a sense of stability and consistency and safety in being exposed from behind the moon. And I keep seeing the wolf too, like go from coyote to wolf. Beaver is a diligent, consistent, I will wake up and I will build the dam. And then I go to sleep and I'll wake up and I'll build the dam and I'll go to sleep. That's beaver energy. Very similar to camel, even though they're both fire and water. Very similar because they both speak about planning and consistency and reliability. Something about coming from behind the moon doesn't feel reliable to you. And I feel like it just gives you anxiety. but this is what you're being asked of. I feel like this is actually the work of Saturn being in your sign, to be honest with you. Because it's interesting, right? Like Saturn in Pisces teaches us the lessons of Pisces, helps us to grow in Pisces. What I feel like it's doing for you is saying, you know, Pisces energy, so balance it. Almost like balance it with Virgo, right? That polarity, which Saturn is opposing Juno in Virgo right now. But that's what I see here. Let's get into part 2. Now that we have almost a 40-minute reading for you, you guys got a long reading. It was required because it was very complex, and I think it's about to get even more complex in part 2 because I still feel a trickster energy afoot, and I still feel like there may be a person or people peeking in on you and seeing you, wanting to see you, and some of you even feel threatened by that. Like someone trying to see you, trying to look into you, trying to be around you. I feel like you don't like that. There's something about that where it's like, catch me if you can, don't see all of me, bye. Like, there's definitely something about that. All right, Pisces, I love you. If you're joining me for part 2, I'll see you soon. If not, I hope you feel supported by this reading, and I will see you later. Bye, Pisces.